Alright, moving on today. We are now a force to be reckoned with, and we are starting today with the Cave of Zanichthies. Zanichthies are large metal fish. Their name is actually kind of a blind idiot translation of an actual fish called the Dinichthy, which existed in prehistoric times. We're going to see a lot of names in this game that are sort of close to their prehistoric counterparts, but don't quite make it to scratch. Like Zanichthy, Dinichthy, there's going to be quite a few little changes, and we'll try to detail those as we go along, but we're going to spend a little bit of time at the beginning evolving here. We definitely want to evolve, I think, our tail. We want a sharp kuraselaches tail to increase our speed. Yeah, looking good. 45 hit points, too, but I think we need some armor to go with all that. How much? Wow, we already spent quite a bit of it, but we're about to get more EVO points than we really even know what to do with. Well, yeah, we'll get some armor in a minute. What about hands and feet? What do we got? We got tackle fin. Okay, yeah. We'll go ahead and finish. Man, we are just booking it here. Fast little fish. There are the Zanichthies right there. Come to Papa. Ah ha ha. I don't think so. Yeah, they attack fast and furious, so you want to get right in with the kill there. Yeah, see, oh gosh. Yeah, we just got, If you don't get right in with that kill, you will get destroyed. There are some trilobites right there. They bounce up and down along the walls, and they are really annoying. We want to move out of their path if at all possible. But you can see the Zanichthies are tearing us up. They are eating us alive. But if we go all the way to the right here, we'll find the next color crystal, which is a blue crystal. Blue crystal just give you lots of evolution points. In this case, this one gives you 500. Most evolution blue crystals we find are going to give you way more than 500 points. But at this early stage of the game, 500 is enough to outfit us with some decent stuff. So we're going to take let's see, body. We need some armor to help us against the Zanichthies here. So we're going to take a shell body. It's probably going to make us a little slower to have some body armor. Nope, it sure isn't. Let's see how much less damage we take now. Yeah, see, we only take 1 hit point of damage from the Zanichthies now. So, pretty much the only hurdle, pretty much the only thing in our way there now. Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time to go after trilobites. So pretty much the only thing that was making the Zanichthies a threat to us is eliminated, because we now have a little... Oh, hey, I don't think so. See, that's what's annoying about the trilobites. But they do give you 40 evolution points with their meat, so that's not too bad, but they're still not worth going after. We need to get down and dirty, though. We need to start descending a little farther into the caves, because we are wasting a substantial amount of time here. I don't want to spend too much time dwelling on all this stuff. We need one more bit of evolution. I think we can go ahead and get the tackle fin, which is going to also increase our power a little bit, maybe our agility and stuff, because Lord knows we need more speed. So let's go ahead. I think it's under tail. Oh no, well, I guess we can go ahead and get the Zanichthy tail or the kuraselaches tail. That seems to be not open to us at this point, but let's go backwards. Where I think I was looking, not. It's under hands and feet in it. Tackle fin. There we go. Alright, now we are looking even better now. Okay, sure, just shoot up into the atmosphere, why not, Mr. Little Trilobite. But now we're going to power through here because you see volcanoes. Anytime you see volcanoes, they're going to go off and try to hit you. The little debris can hit you. Didn't take a hit there, not too bad, actually. I don't think so, Mr. Zanichthy. And you see the 50 evolution points. Zanichthies are good to grind on because 50... You're racking up points awfully quickly. But now we're going to go to over here. This is the third volcano that the Pterodus were talking about. Somebody was talking about the third volcano. Domain of Sipalis. Oh, they're attracted to me now too. Man, this angler horn is just bringing me all kinds of goodies. Alright. I don't want to get too far into the middle here because I'm afraid the volcanoes will start going off. Boy, those Sipalis, they waste no time. I don't know what Sipalis is a messed up translation for. Boy, you guys are just so eager to get in with the killing, aren't you? Well, I don't blame you. Well, the last thing we're going to go ahead and evolve is our tail. We're about to be able to afford a Zanichthy tail, which I think might open up the possibility of getting a kuraselaches tail, unless the only reason I couldn't get a kuraselaches tail is that I didn't have the money for it, which I can actually kind of see happening. But yeah, they're just kind of introducing new enemies at this point. Not really anything special to the Sepalis. They're certainly not as threatening as the Zenichthyes or anything. Let's see, what have we got? Tails. Okay, yeah, I still can't get the Kuraselache tail, even though I have enough points for it. So I'm going to go ahead, get the Zenichthy tail, and see if that does anything for me. It'll probably increase my... Okay, I actually have fewer E.V.O points now. That's not great. So I kind of want my other tail back if I can get it. Hey, guys. Jellyfish, what am I doing still eating your meat? You are not helping me out in any sort of reasonable way. Oh, but now I can afford a Kuraselache tail if we get right down to it. So, yeah, I guess I'll run around and try to get that real quick before we go on into whatever that cave has in store for us. So I will be right back after I've got the points for that. You know what? I'm an idiot because I already had a Kuraselache tail, so I don't even really know what I'm going for at this point. I think I'm pretty much as evolved out as I can be, so E.V.O points are getting pretty useless to us, so it's just time to move on, start booking, and quit wasting everybody's time, because we are cooking with gas now. Look how fast we're moving. We've got all the defense we need, I think. We're going to be doing just fine here, as long as we don't screw up too badly in the Cave of Origin. This is the last thing standing between us and dry land. And as usual, there's a little perfunctory outside the cave segment where the jellyfish are just hanging around. Is there anything... any talk among the sea urchins? I don't think there is. But hey, we're just going to sneak right in past those guys. And we're going to get right down to it. We're going to encounter some new enemies here, even newer than Zenichthyes. Yeah, you get off the screen there, Mr. Trilobite. Ha ha ha. Ooh, 200 for a flashing Trilobite, dang. If we were still evolving, that might mean something. Aw, man, just using me like a punching bag. I don't like that very much. These little guys, I don't know what their name is, and I don't know what... I know they go straight up in the air there, or in the water, as it were. You can just cut right back around and get them, and they're worth 42. They're just kind of a spiky sort of trilobite. Easy little cave segment. Oh. Well, we can't get away without listening to the seaweed talk. They're full of good gossip. Strolites are trying to create a new world using oxygen. What is this oxygen you speak of? The Kuraselaches keep interfering with them. The sharks. The sharks want to live in a land ruled by water, but Gaia wants us to move on to air. Here are the Kuraselache. The little sharks, they're not too bad. They are somewhat formidable enemies who give us lots of E.V.O points, but we're going to be moving on up, and we're going to save our E.V.O points for the fight up ahead, because it's going to be a tough fight. The Kuraselache we're going to face is nothing like the little bitty dudes we're seeing right here, and of course we've got trilobites to deal with too, to contend with them. Jeez, if I was to get a flashing Kuraselache meat, man, I do have to wonder what that would be worth. Come here, come here. Quit running away from me. I have... oh, lordy. Wow, that was... oh, I am not appreciating the bitch slap, Mr. Kuraselache, sir. See, you see the kind of trap you can get in with these guys, but fortunately there's plenty of vegetation around for us to eat, munch on. Oh, hey, 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 hey. I don't think so, compadre. Hey, how did you regenerate so fast? This isn't a Capcom game. Alright, but let's keep on moving. This is a good place to grind for E.V.O points, because we may end up using a somewhat of a cheap trick against the King Kuraselache. And no, that does not mean that we're going to play live at Budokan for him. It means rather that we're going to use a somewhat cheap trick, somewhat kind of a cheat, if you will. I suppose... oh, cheap shot. I'm all about the word cheap today. Not willing to take responsibility for my own fishy actions. I see, God. Boy, when those guys smell blood, they run right after you. But I think we are approaching the King Kuraselache's cave, so I'll be able to show off this little cheat shortly if I stop, if the trilobite stops turning into a volleyball. Yeah, haha, it looks like I'm eating the meat, but I'm really eating the shark. Oh, more Strolite whispering. Well, yes, it would be advantageous to be able to not stick to things. Speak quietly, or the leader in the cave will hear you. Wow, so afraid of one little shark. I mean, how bad can it be, right? Well, it gets pretty bad, let me tell you. So we're going to go in now and we're going to fight Mr. King Kuraselache. And it may be that I end up dying here, but that sometimes happens. And you can tell by the creepy atmospheric music, we're going to be facing a real scary guy here. I like this song. It's very repetitive, but it sets a mood. I really like it. So we're going to move forward now. We've got speed, we've got strength. I don't think it's going to take too much to beat this guy. We got powerful jaws. I'm not scared. Dude is built like a submarine, and he does not waste any time with the attacks. So it's good for us to have speed on our side, even though we only got 45 hit points. Knowing this is the domain of the Kuraselache, why are you here? Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. No, you are narrow-minded. Can't you see the error of your ways, sir? Holy shit. Boy, he came right in. He wasted no time. But there is a way to get him off your tail temporarily, at least. And we're going to try to establish a pattern here. We're going to get close enough to the wall so that he hits it. And then he'll lash out with his tail. So you don't want to be close to that when that happens. Basically, we're just going to get him to keep running into the wall over and over again because he's an R-tard. So he's going to lash out with his tail, and we're going to move around him with our speed. This is why you don't want to be too big here. You want to be able to move around him in an efficient manner. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble with this fight as long as I can concentrate. Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but that's a nice little thing right there. But we're going to keep chomping with the Zenichthy jaws. We are just a strong little dude, and we're going to take one bite at a time. We're not going to do anything rash. I love this song. It's called Decisive Battle. If you're into game soundtracks, see, this is where you can get beat up really easily. If you break out of that pattern, he will wail on you. But I am kind of... Okay, yeah. I am kind of screwing up here with my web D-pad. I would like him to die soon. Almost got stuck up there. Jeez. But yeah, you can see, even the first boss in the game, we haven't really faced anybody like him yet, but even the first boss in the game is a formidable threat. But if we felt like restoring our hit points, you think, this little vegetation at the bottom of the sea isn't going to help me heal. How can I get my hit points back in easy fashion? Well, we have a lot of evolutionary points, and so we can find something cheap to evolve, like a horn. And I'm going to go ahead and take the original horn here, because Kuraselache is going to come after us no matter what, so we can go ahead and we can grow an evolutionary part. You want to pick something cheap like a horn. So yes, we're going to get evolved, and anytime the mysterious time stream evolves you, you get all of your points back. And so that saves us from certain death. That's a cheap way to go about avoiding death. I think I think he's pretty close to dead at this point. So we are going to chow down on some shark sushi, which frankly at this point isn't going to do us a whole lot of good. That thing is going to keep ooching toward the edge of the screen. But yeah, if you ever need your hit points back in a hurry during a battle, evolve some kind of horn. But we're not going to need these evolution points. They're going to be taken away from us, as a matter of fact. So I want my angler horn back, because we're going to finish on a high note. And my high note is taking out the King Kuraselache. So we're going to leave the cave now. And the atmosphere in the air is markedly different, as we'll see. Everybody is happy. There's oxygen bubbles flowing up out of the water. The entrance is here. Here in the cave? No, what they mean is up over this way and to the right. If we tried to come up here before beating Kuraselache and we got on land, we would die because we don't have gills yet. But now the story has advanced properly. We can go ahead and jump out onto land. Just hold up and B. Man, boy, we got a good leap onto water. But now the time stream is going to evolve us, and we're going to move on to the next chapter in our travels. The fish age lasted about 2 billion years, or in game time, about 25 minutes. But we're going to move on to the land age now. We're going to bid adieu to the ocean and the safety of the waters. Alright. It is the body of an amphibian. Gaia is not very good at giving out presents because this amphibian body sucks right now. Okay. Give us a new body and please let it rock. Nope, I am a fat, doughy green amphibian who is slow and has 20 hit points and can't really do much of anything. Look at those fat little mumpy cheeks. He's kind of cute even though he sucks. And the time trans, this little monolith thing that pops up and doubles as a door. So we're going to walk in through the time trans, skip forward a few billion years and move on to the age of amphibians, the land age. But not before a little word from our sponsor Gaia. What's wrong, baby? Well, I guess that's up to me to investigate. And tomorrow, when we start in on Chapter 2, Early Creatures of Land, 300 to 230 million BC, we're going to find out exactly what's wrong and why plants aren't growing there. We're gonna do a little bit of detective playing. So here we are in the land age. This continent looks a little bit like, well, it is Pangea. It's breaking apart. It'll turn into more recognizable continents later, but we'll save it for tomorrow to see what's going on when we play Mr. Amphibian Detective. I'll see you guys then.